What is up, comic fam? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. It's Tuesday. That means it's new DC day. So we're going to be talking about what I picked up, looking at what else came out this week, and just hanging out and chit-chatting for a few. It's the middle of the day. It's that lunch break time. But before we do that, check this out. First things first, let's thank some of the people that helped make it possible. We got Big Time Collectibles, big shout out for sponsoring the channel and the monthly Legion Loot for the channel members, that giveaway that I hold once a month, and I'll be showing off the books that'll be going into this month's giveaway here in the next few days. So be on the lookout on Instagram for that. And if you're not following them, be sure to check them out on Instagram or Facebook. Hit up bigtimecollectibles.com and don't miss out on any of these amazing retailer exclusives they're dropping. If you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up Justin Comics on Instagram. Use that promo code We Are Legion and take advantage of the special promo offer that he's running right now. And also big thank you to all the channel members. I do have to update this list. There are definitely more than are pictured in these, but if you haven't already, be sure to pause the video on the playback and check out some of those names. A lot of those people are putting out great content on YouTube and or Instagram, both, and you don't want to miss out on that. So getting into it, let me hit this button and see what we got in the chat already. We got people rolling in already. Southern Comic Geek channel member already up in here said, I got the OG DC comic keys in today, and I know which ones he's talking about. I'm super excited for him. I would love to own both of the two that I know about. One of them more than the other. One of them, he did. I don't want to steal his thunder. Be sure to subscribe to Southern Comic Geek on YouTube and check out what he's got coming down the pipe. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Southern Comic Geek, I got the box yesterday. Thanks so much. It will go to my presser soon, then to CGC. Awesome. I'm assuming that, oh yeah, you bought books from Southern Comic Geek off the same auction I did, which my books came in yesterday. They showed up at Pop's house. So I'll be getting those and getting those unboxed here in the next couple of, probably in the next couple of weeks. So stuff unboxes slowly around here. So it'll go up either this coming Monday or the following Monday. I'd like to get in all the items from the auction, the sale, whatever you want to call it. I bought stuff from Southern Comic Geek, Dale of Suspense, Rob's Fat Stack, Spurt Family 54. And I wanted to buy something from Bake the Snake, and I didn't see anything come up till the very end. And at that point, I wasn't necessarily wanting to drop the money on that item at that time. But if it's still available after payday, I'll probably reach out to Bake and hit him up for that. We got Pop Static in here. Let's go. Augusta Book Exchange is up in the building. Hashtag We Are Legion. Big shout out, as always, to the Augusta Book Exchange. Paul and Donna right there. Let's see. Blue Hellion Comics in the building. What is going on? Dan, happy DC New Comic Book Day. I hope everyone gets what they wanted. I know I certainly did. Some great stuff out there. Throw in those channel emojis. If you are a channel member, it does give you access to those custom emojis. Boom, bang, bam. There they are. DJ Links is in the building. And yeah, there we go. Greetings, Gold. Uber. So for those that don't know, coming up soon and talking about Big Time Collectibles, they did release, they constantly do awesome stuff. But one of the things that they do that I really enjoy is they do mystery boxes from their store. If you followed the channel for a little while, you know that this past holiday season, they put out a holiday mystery box. And it was the second year that they did it. I missed out on the first year. Made sure I didn't miss out on this past year. And it was phenomenal. There was so much great stuff in there. But more importantly, they have like a golden rule that if you buy a box, it's at least $100 over value and then some a lot of the times. And they put tons of grand prizes all throughout the mystery box round. And then they do theme boxes throughout the year. And the most recent one that they did was a Miko Suyon themed box, which I love Miko. Always have Miko art up here behind me as well as my man Jang. But I had to jump on it. So myself and the same people that participated in the last one are going to be doing a big time collectibles mystery box battle again on the channel. So we'll have DJ Links on there, Sector 2815, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Panda Awesome 316 will be joining us this time. Who else was on that last one? Eman, that's right. I forgot. My man Eman of the C-List Villains will be on there as well. So definitely make sure you have that notification bell on. Hopefully we'll be able to get all these boxes in and timed out. We'll be able to put that out next week sometime. I'm really looking forward to doing it. They put out 2 different series of boxes. There's a yellow label box where you get a signature series slab for $150 and a blue label one for $100. So I'm pretty sure that they're sold out of one or the other, possibly both at this point. But if not, be sure to check it out. That's a humongous value box. Like it's definitely a win. Definitely a win. Nick, what is going on? Sup? Should I go to my shop for Nightwing or just wait until tomorrow? Don't want to say, for me personally, Nightwing is just a digital read. I don't pick up floppies of it, but it's definitely a good read. Can't wait for my BTC box. Best exclusives in the game. Hands down. Hands down. My big time box still shows label created, not shipped. Same for mine, Jason. They created labels on the date that they said they'll start getting it rolling. They're spot on with their timing. And then yesterday, just speaking with a lot of people in the community, they started sharing that they started getting that ship notification. So they're definitely rolling right on schedule with them. Yeah, dude, I couldn't pass up the yellow box. I was going to go in just for a blue one, and I saw the price. I'm like, dude, that is insane. So yeah, it's going to include a 1 signed yellow label slab, a trade dress virgin set, another trade dress virgin set, a signed raw book. Like it's insane what you get for the value. Like Nelson and the people over at Big Time Collectibles, top notch all around. But back to this comment. So let's start there. First book of the week that is on my Legion list, my pull list or my read list is Nightwing issue number 91. So this is going to be part 2 of the crossover with Wally West and Dick Grayson. And I have not read it yet. It's the only book on this week's pool that I have not read yet. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I mentioned, Nightwing is not one that I put into the PC. It's just a straight read. And I started trying to get a little bit better this year about balancing what I'm putting into the PC, what's taking up space in the house, because I'm trying to get better about like actually selling some books instead of just sitting on paperweights, not stuff that's high value or anything, but just putting stuff back out into the wild to find its proper forever home. Not everything that I read is meant to be housed in my house for eternity. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. That last issue ended on a bang with the KG Beast rolling out and Wally just taking off on him. I can't wait. It's going to be cool for sure. But first book that I did pick up, go ahead and hit the big one right out the gate. One that I was highly anticipating was Nice House on the Lake, issue number 7. So this book did go on hiatus at issue number 6. I'm sorry, this is book 8. Came back at issue 7, and now we're on issue 8. So it's 12-issue maxi series. I do pick up both covers on this. This is the only book, I think, on my pool where I get A and B covers. And to be honest with you, this has been the weakest B cover out of the whole lot of them. Normally, there's a lot of imagery in it that leaves you wondering if it's an Easter egg and like just kind of examining the picture, seeing what you can find. And they're always, after you read it, they come off as slightly spoilery. But this has been the weak for me now. This was the weakest issue yet. That does not mean it's bad whatsoever. I just feel like it's the same thing happened with this issue that happened with the most recent issue of Something is Killing the Children, where we get a situation where we're just doing the same thing again, just slightly different, which once you read it, you'll understand. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're dealing with miniseries, maxi series, or even TV shows with only 6 episodes, moving slowly is not always a good thing. Talking to you, Moon Knight. Hot garbage. Got Taylor Winder up in the building. What is going on, Taylor? Hey, can you send me all the slabs behind you to make more room? I'll consider it. We got Beckerman up in the chat. Dude, Mike, I've honestly been wondering if you were mad at me. Because for those that don't know, there was a raffle that went up recently. And me and Mike share a lucky/favorite number. And in that raffle, I managed to beat him to the raffle. I got my number, but then I got his other number. I'm like, I did it kind of jokingly, but I thought, what if he wanted to join this raffle? And I took his Steam. But I felt bad about that after the fact. Flash Ray videos up in the building. Give me a mini heart attack. I always forgot most people get DC on Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday. Was literally going to leave right now to go to the LCS. Yeah, it's kind of split. I've noticed from the community, it's definitely split. All the stores here local to me start selling DC on Tuesday as they're intended, and sell the rest of the books on Wednesdays. Works out perfect for me. And also, if you're a digital comic reader, you can get and read your comics on Tuesday for DC. And myself, I do a mixture of both. Like, for example, I woke up this morning and the very, very first thing I did was quickly go to the digital read of World's Finest. And man, this was good. So far, bar none, read of the week. This book right here, highly recommend. If you didn't get issue 1, go back and get it. Dan Moore's art is phenomenal. Mark Waid is crushing this. I don't know how they did it, but this issue far exceeded issue 1. Far exceeded. It was amazing. The artwork, the storytelling. I'm very, very much so excited to see where this series goes from here. It is quickly becoming the top of my list for monthly titles. But World's Finest #2 dropped today. Let's see. Boom, Flash by Night Comics is up in the building. What is going on, TJ? Got to catch the rewind. They want me to work at work. Oh, man. Do they know what day it is? Do they have any idea it's Tuesday? Jimmy Tiny Onion sure does like to repeat himself. Yes, he does, Taylor, and that's what we got with issue 8 of Nice House, was a lot of repetitiveness with this story. Like, it's, bro, I get like, cover that. If you want to cover like repetitive ground, you don't have to do it in the same time span. You've already done it, so condense it and then build from it. Don't waste an entire issue on a limited number of issues in a story. The story that is amazing and still got, obviously, like with Nice House, it's 12 issues. You could probably drag it to 15, 16 without it feeling stretched too thin. Something That's Killing the Children got stretched too thin from the original concept to that full first story arc. It got stretched really thin, where it honestly only reads well in trade paperback format. Otherwise, it's rough for me to read. It's just not enough. I go in airbrain trying to absorb some content, and I come out feeling the wind between my ears. Biggie Shack is in the building. New World Comics, what is up? I am Legion. We are Legion. I didn't join it for a reason. Greedy man, real greedy. You actually ended up joining it. I saw that you actually joined it. Did you win playing my birthday? I did not. Yeah, that one, I should have let you have that one back here. Z is Legion. I'm not sure who Z is. Is that short for Zorro? Agreed on Something That's Killing the Children. Yeah, I'd skip the whole second arc if you haven't read it. That first arc is phenomenal. It's a great story, but only works if you are able to sit down and just read it. And you'll still read 12 issues in like under an hour, which should be unheard of, but that's how little content is in it. Tyning is running out of gas. I think Nice House would have been awesome with fewer issues. I agree and disagree with this. Tynan is definitely running out of gas, and that's one of it's your fault, it's not your fault scenarios. Like, he's clearly a talented writer, and he was in demand, so he just kept taking jobs. He could have said no at some point. I don't know if it's greed or pride or what that gets the best of some people, where everyone has that limit where their talent gets stretched to the point of becoming just standard par to subpar storytelling. Nice House has not felt, it still feels very very loaded with content, with so many things need answering. There's so much story still to unfold before you can even start answering it, and they just wasted an issue. I felt like you don't have an issue to waste unless he plans on just tanking the ending of the story. But Department of Truth is still holding strong. Nice House is holding strong. Chris the Comic Vet swears by DC versus Vampires, which is its own thing. So I believe that it's good. But other than those two, Nice House and Department of Truth, I don't touch Tynan's work anymore. I don't trust him as a good storyteller, that is. Just want to pop on and say hi, comic fam. What is going on? Kyle Wheelchair Superhero is up in the building. Be sure to go check out Kyle's channel. Hit that subscribe button. He throws up some content or does some live hangouts once in a while. You don't want to miss out when he's got that going on. And the man just passed his most recent birthday. So hit up his channel, go check out a video, drop that happy late birthday comment on there for him. Yeah, very empty. Kyle loves Something's Killing the Children. SCG got an agreed from DJ Links. Beckerman, and no, I'm not mad at you. Who could say mad at those eyes? Commenting on Scott's shirt videos is a full-time job. Short videos is my full-time job. Yeah, he did. I was talking to Scott this morning. He was talking about how keeping up with all those comments is impossible. It's something that he didn't think about going in. Something is killing my will to keep reading. Yeah, same here. I dropped it off my pool. I did get the John Jang variant that they come in just as from the collector aspect of the keeping that, but these eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of this made me think of Superbad instantly. I'm a James Third fan if anyone hates him now. That's funny. That's his big pop. Oh man, fourth. What is going on? Warlord up in the building, another channel member. Appreciate that. I come to you as a humble servant. What's going on? Never could figure it out. Another channel member. I appreciate all these people that have hit that join button. Tynan for life. Tinian for life. I'm sorry. I think he intentionally pronounces it wrong. Tinyan. They should have stopped at James II. No need to stretch it out to James IV. Funny. Taylor Winters taught me one thing. Stop reading comics. DJ says the Nice House back from hiatus issue threw me for a loop. Yeah, it was a I remember talking to people before it dropped and told him when you go to read it, push through it, get to the end because of how they structured it. It's like he knew that there was going to be a break in it because when you come back, everything seems completely different till you get to the end of that issue and you kind of get the explanation. Then it was like you're reading Grant Morrison's Green Lantern, what is it, year 1 or something like that, where every issue stands on its own as like a brain warp mystery that you get no context to the issue till the final few pages of it. Like you work through the whole issue wondering what's going on. Then they give you the, oh, okay, that makes sense. But that's also what you're talking about with Nice House as part of the problem with number 8. Like, we're in the house. We're going through the motions. We're starting at the beginning all over again, just with this slightly different structure to the house with Walter present. So for issue 8, like you just introduced that concept in 7. So what are we going to do different in 8? Not what are we going to do the same in 8? Like that's what bothered me. Reading is for suckers. That's why you get books on tape, Taylor. Unfortunately, I'm less impressed every week by new releases and may resort to old books only soon. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, man. There's like, take Superman, for example. Action Comics publication date just had a birthday yesterday. So there's like, God, 80 plus years of comic books out there. You'll guaranteed to find something that you absolutely love. And then every now and then you'll talk to somebody that's blown away by a modern story and you don't have to just throw money and time into the wind, losing out on everything. And you can just, if you trust someone's recommendation, go pick up a modern book and enjoy it for what it is every now and then. There's so much to keep up with these days. And not all of it is going to appeal to most people. You know what I mean? Like it's a very narrow margin these days. Isn't there a new character Tiny is working on? Honestly, I don't know, but I honestly don't care. He's not on any main titles, so I don't know. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing next, unless he's introducing somebody in the DC Vampire thing, which is an Elseworlds title. Prince Time Travel would love Something's Killing the Children so much that he melted a hardcover copy of the trade paperback. He melted the hardcover slip. He definitely did do that. Is that not how you show love? Yeah, if you love something, set it free. You're right, Kyle. I completely agree. He set it free. He also poisoned his neighbors with the gases in the process. There's a blood and no blood variant. That's a first, I think. I'm not familiar with that title. I'm not familiar with that title at all. I can't stop talking like Batman. This kitchen is dirty. There may be no saving it, but I have to try. This laundry is corrupt. That's so spot on for the new Batman movie, dude. Oh, I watched the new Batman again last night. For those that don't know, the Batman is now streaming on HBO Max. If you missed it in the big screen, it is just as good at home. The only difference is that sound system it's second to none. Unless you're at Rob's Fat Stacks house, I would not recommend watching it for the first time anywhere but on the big screen, since it is still an option. Go take the time, go check it out on the big screen. It's definitely worth it. It's an experience. It's very intense, but it was a great movie. The watch through at home was phenomenal. My mom was here. yeah, my mom was here for some of it, and she was able to catch it. And she's kind of a old school with what she likes, but she was blown away by it, and she did happen to catch the scene of the introduction of the Batmobile. Blew her mind. She was just she was struck. There you go, buddy. I got sticky fingers now. Thank you. Oh, that part's going to stay on there. You ain't going to be able to get that off. Here, take a napkin with you. But yeah, it was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Pop said, I only read old books these days. Yeah. Pop's canceled his pool list August, not this past August, the one before that. So he's been catching up and reading old stuff since then. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I'm still playing catch up on most of my reads, but I do see myself pulling less and less every week. I say that. I say that I'm trying to. And then, like in the last few weeks, it's been kind of moderate pulls. It's been, I think, between 5 to 8 books for the past 3 weeks straight for me, which I think it might just be just that time of the year. But next week, I have 19 books on my pull list. Granted, one of those is the digital only read, which is Deathstroke Inc., I believe, issue number 8. It's the Shadow War Part 3 of that crossover event. And that's the only reason I'm reading that one, just to get that event in there. But 19 books, and you think like, oh, there's some of those that you can knock off your list. But honestly, no. It's like Godzilla versus Power Rangers, the finale to Deep Target, the Aquaman book, Hulk Grand Design, Rogues, Silver Surfer Rebirth, Teen Titans Academy, Swamp Thing, White Knight, Punisher, Last Ronin, Berserker, Dark Knights of Steel, Action Comics, Justice League, Detective. It's like everything's hitting on the same week. It's insane. But it's going to be great. I'm going to enjoy sitting back and reading all that and trying to keep it separate in my mind. But the last book for this week that I pulled was Flash number 781. And this was first off, the cover art is just outrageously atrocious. Just if we're being honest with each other, that's hot garbage. Like, it's not like, it's just that no way resembles Wally West. That looks like somebody bought a cheap costume and put it on. And Wallace, it's like he's got the who farted face. Like, it just makes zero sense. It's weird. His neck and head doesn't even look connected to his torso. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but that being the case, the issue was pretty cool. It was kind of like I wouldn't say a passing of the torch, but like a reminder of the legacy kind of thing. I don't have too much care or concern for Wallace, kind of like I don't care too much for Barry. I'm more of a Wally West guy, which is cool, but it's just kind of focusing on the dynamic of Flash to Kid Flash, despite who's in the costume and how important their role is in finding your own and everything. So it was cool. And this was the first issue after that, the big battle with Eclipso that ran on for about 6 issues over on Gem World, which was dope. Justice League Dark was in it and everything. So this was a cool little place to go from there. And so I'm wondering what they're going to do the next story arc with Dark Crisis so close, and it not necessarily being like a hard line continuity event that affects all the titles. I'm wondering how many of these books are kind of holding stuff back because they're going to take the opportunity to kind of springboard off of that. Normally when an event happens, your regular books like Flash or Batman or something will have like a header on the trade dress that lets you know that the contents of that issue are affected by the event going on. I'm wondering how much stuff will or won't try to lean into that, because they're not having to, but they did mention that they could if the writers of those titles choose to, which in my opinion makes it even fun. I've said it for a long time. I love playing the where's where with the continuity in comics, and DC with this open continuity in thing is really cool because you never know when books are going to pull into other books. It makes it really fun if you're reading more titles. If you're just trying to follow one narrative, like you just pick up Flash or just pick up Batman. I don't know. House of Elcom said, I thought James went to Substack. Kind of, he is. A lot of people are on Substack, but they're still writing comics, fulfilling contracts, or doing both. Like Tom King's on Substack, but he's pumping out stuff like for free, dude. I'm pumped for that Danger Street. Oh, dude, I don't know if y'all saw on Instagram, but Rom V posted not only where he's going to Detective Comics, but he finally posted a little video with him and the writer for the upcoming Aquaman Black Label series. It looks insane. I forget what the Aquaman Andromeda. The design for Aquaman is nuts. They said there's going to be like a reintroduction of him for this miniseries, so it just kind of stands on its own, as most Black Label does. It's all Elseworlds pretty much. but his suit is dope. It's almost like the ocean is incorporated in it. It reminded me of like Injustice armor almost, but the colors are nuts and the whole concept sounds awesome. I'm currently catching up on my Radiant titles, and yeah, I bailed on Radiant Black at issue like 5, and I picked up Rogue Sun #1 just because it was a Jang variant. I haven't messed with the rest of it. As a diehard Power Ranger guy, I just feel like I'm reading a knockoff. What is going on? Marvin Wynn is up in the building. What is up? I know a ton of people are loving Radiant Black though. What characters do we need to see in the next Batman movie? Batman, Hush, tease the Court of Owls for a trilogy finale against Talon. That's what I would like. Keep Bat family characters out of it. Don't need them unless you're going to bring in Azrael. That's the only way. I would want somebody who's in just an extended Batman character outside of his rogues. Bring in Azrael. That would be so nuts, especially the way that they kind of touched on in this already, like the importance of the Waynes and the Arkhams as old money of Gotham. You can bring in John Paul Valley and like that crusade that he went on in Sean Gordon Murphy's Curse of the White Knight. Like that would be nuts. Leave Joker out of it. We got enough Joker with that little deleted scene in that after. Just leave them be. Just let us, the viewers, know that they're there and it could be a thing if it ever, that's plenty. Bring in, let's get Talon. Let's get Hush. Let's get Azrael. Do something new. Dude, Clayface would be a good one. That would be absolutely wicked. My whole thing with that is I don't want him to go meta. I don't want him to go like DC meta villains. Clayface has couldn't be in real life kind of thing. The Riddler could be in real life. The Batman that they portrayed, that's about as fantastical as you can get, but it's still grounded in reality. Hush, grounded in reality. Azrael, grounded in reality. Talon, you don't have to go like ancient immortal person reincarnated or brought back to life or whatever. Just let it be an assassin for the Court of Owls. I'd like them to keep it as grounded as possible. Only grab the B covers for Flash. That's probably smart, but I'm a sucker for A covers and the consistency with the trade dress in my collection. I watch people it's something I think about too. I watch people go and try to resell miniseries or sets or books. And I got the A cover for this and the B for that and this. You have to have consistency with covers, man, especially if you're trying to, if you know or think you might want to read it and send it back out into the wild. It definitely helps. I only have 2 pulls this week. I've been cutting back on it and focusing on a couple franchises. See, I'm not sure who the Flash cover artist is, but that artist is on the book for a while picking up the B covers. Yeah, I don't blame you on that. He has been on there ever since Adams took over the title. Yeah, I'm enjoying Radiant Black. I pulled the Mighty Morphin books, but I actually haven't started reading past the 2nd issue, so I have to be getting Power Rangers to understand the story. Yeah, I don't know why they even pretend like they're 2 different series. It's kind of like the show Lost. One issue you focus on this person, the next on this person over here. They cross over with each other very often. The events tie in back and forth. There, you'll go for 3 or 4 issues where they're just standalone, but then they're right back. But I would say if you're going to read just one, it isn't like you can't read just one, but you're going to see obvious, I wonder what they were doing. Now they're over here kind of thing with one or other of the teams. But Mighty Morphin is the far superior one. Let's see Hugo Strange too. Yeah, that'd be easy just to introduce him in Arkham. With the Flash, I am consistent with those B covers. Yeah, there you go. I don't blame you one bit.
Your sword so I can fight you.
I don't want a sword. I don't want to get stabbed on me. Why are you going to stab me? I don't want to get stabbed. You're going to go and stab me. Savage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me this week. We're about to hit that half-hour mark. I like to try to cap it right there to keep this digestible on the rewind if anyone so chooses. I hope everyone has a great day. Oh, yeah, other stuff that I'm reading this week that was coming out. I already read Hulk #6. I cheated. I don't have a copy yet, but they are just at the LCS. They're not for sale, so I just was flipping through one. I will say I have not been pleased with the Hulk series thus far for the most part. I loved issue 6. We Live issue #2 comes out tomorrow, and Hulk #6. I'm looking forward to getting both of those in hand. I chose not to sit there and flip through We Live so I can sit down, light some incense, burn a candle, get in the mood, and just enjoy and studying a book from cover to cover as I go through it. But highly looking forward to that. be sure to check those out. And we're going to go through and we're going to review and spoil all these books Sunday night, 9 p.m., tentatively 9 p.m. for Out Week 10. If it's not 9, it would be earlier. But looking forward to hanging out with everybody, talking Moon Knight, and going from there. So thank you, Finn. I'm going to go play swords with him. So until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but
we are Leeson.
thank you, Finn.